The Standard Group private TV station, that was KTN. Over time, we've launched KTN News, which is the only 24-hour news channel in this country. We also have the original KTN, which is now called KTN Home. We've launched 2 other channels over the last 3 months. There's KTN Farmers, which is agriculture-based, and there's KTN Burudani, which is mass market, local entertainment, Kiswahili language TV channel. And for a long time, as consumers of content, and we have a lot of local content, but we also have a lot of foreign content. And you look around the world and you see the content from Hollywood, from Bollywood. There's the Nollywood, and I know we've tried to invent the Riverwood. Asia is a strong TV market. You go to Canada, you go to Australia, the French market, very strong. And I think the question all of us need to answer is, how do we help grow the Kenyan film market? And initiatives like these are going a long way in terms of giving traction and supporting the talent that is there for the industry. Now, in my mind, I would look at 3 brief things. One is the policies that we have around the film industry and how those policies are helping to drive the traction in the industry. Number 2 is the financing of films and the financials around the film industry. In a nutshell, the business of TV and film, for it to thrive, it has to be sustainable. And you might have a very good creative with a very good concept, but if you launch it out and it does not traction, Karibu Bwana CS, if you launch your concept and it does not traction because it's not sustainable, then you find that there are challenges. And number 3 is domestic consumption. I think we'll not talk about a film market if we don't crack the issue of our own selves consuming our content. So in my mind, it's the policies, it's the business of film, and it's how we consume the movies that we create. And you cannot have an industry if first you don't have a local industry. As a Standard Group, we want to say we are open for business across all the platforms that we've talked about, even beyond TV and film, going on to the newspaper and radio sections. We are open and we are committed to supporting this film industry. So my strong commitment that I would want to give to the Kenya Film Commission is that we are honored to be part of this initiative, to be the media partners, and we are committed to growing on our partnership to make it even bigger and even better. For example, if we talk about consumption, what is it that we on the free-to-air side can do? Maybe it's to promote and create stars out of the TVs that have been done. And finally, to all the independent producers, we have a very beautiful stand somewhere out there. Whatever concepts you have, we welcome them. Whichever ways that you think we can work together. Standing here, I have not entirely figured the entire ecosystem of the film industry. But you might have good ideas as to how you could partner with a free-to-air channel and a media house that has all these platforms. Because a key part of film success is the marketing part. So I would want to assure that you're welcome to give us your contacts and to have follow-up meetings that we can have. Thank you very much to the organizers, and we look forward to a successful event. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. I take this opportunity to welcome our Cabinet Secretary, Karibu Sana. Now it's my pleasure to invite the representative of the Board of Kenya Film Commission, Mr. Ernest Kerich, to take over the program.
Yes, good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. Our CS, Cabinet Minister Joe Musheru, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and all protocols observed. I stand here on behalf of the board of the Kenya Film Commission. You heard earlier on when the CEO was giving his speech, he mentioned about the board. And my work this morning is to welcome you all to this auspicious event. It's a landmark event in the calendar of film activities in the country, where you showcase the content, demonstrate that we have come of age in content development, and actually demonstrate our leadership in the region in terms of filmmaking and the film industry in general. Expectations are very high. We are looking at an industry that is barely scratched in terms of exploitation. The country is teaming up with a lot of youth, highly talented youth, wondering what to do with their talent. And so it is an event that is very important, where we shall share a lot of experiences. We expect to tackle problems that bedevil the industry. We expect to share successes. We expect to share experiences for those that would have made a mark in the industry, tell us the secrets behind it, and hence give hope to the youth in this country. Film has a lot of potential. Everybody loves to be entertained. Currently, our focus mainly is attracted to the social media, but we love to watch good things also, good films, both informative and that is entertaining. So mine is really to say that the Kenya Film Commission stands for all that. We would like to see the industry fully exploited. We exist to serve the industry, and we are listening very keenly to a lot of ideas as a board. So mine then is to introduce the team that actually steers this board. And I'll request members of the board that are present to please stand, and then I will introduce you, and then you can wave to the crowd here, to the audience, please. I start from that far end, and there is Mr. Awings Owiti, representing the Treasury. Mr. Gerald Owino, who is Independent Director. Mwange Gituro, Independent Director. There are two directors, I don't know whether they are present here, I hadn't seen them earlier. Misiko Andera, if you are here, please stand. And Jarso Falana. I think they haven't turned up, maybe they're still on the way. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get every bit, enjoy ourselves. And this is about film entertainment. And for the young people that are here with us, please ask questions. When the forum avails you an opportunity, ask questions so that you can get to understand how things are done in this field. Otherwise, seers, thank you for coming. And we look forward to hearing a lot from your side. The audience here, I believe, have a lot of things to ask also. It's an opportunity to ask whatever people have to ask about the film industry. Our CS is here. And you can see the seriousness. The tone has been set at the top. So we need to be ready to be part of the people making sure that the industry is developed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Director Kerich. I now want to take this opportunity to invite a representative of the French Embassy, René Denis.
Mr. Joe Mushiru, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of ICT, Your Excellencies, County Governors, Kenya Film Commission, board members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. the Ambassador of France, Mrs. Aline Custer-Ménager, and Mr. Hubert Pear, Counselor, Head of Cooperation Development at European Union Delegation in Kenya, asked me to convey their apologies for being unable to be with us today due to important commitments on their side. My name is René Denis. I'm audiovisual attaché for East Africa, and I'm very honored to speak on behalf of the French Embassy to mark the opening of the 3rd edition of the Kalasha International TV and Film Market. First, I would like to thank Mr. Chris Foote, former chairman, who immediately understood the importance of such events when, over the year 2015, the French Embassy initiated the project to build, in partnership with Kenya Film Commission, an international TV and film market in Nairobi under the brand Kalasha. We will miss you, Chris. Today, Kenya Film Commission prides itself on its creative approach to the audiovisual and film industry for having created a major annual rendezvous for all professionals from these sectors on a regional as well as international level, with aim to discover, connect, and trade. It's a real satisfaction for the French Embassy because, as you all know, we are pursuing an ambitious policy of cohesion, solidarity, and support for contributing to the economical and social well-being development in Kenya, especially with the growth of the cultural and creative industries. The special talents, skills, and abilities are many among the youth in this country, just waiting to be developed to show themselves in broad daylight. This is why our current efforts focus on training, particularly through the signing of quite a number of agreements between Kenyan and French university and schools, which occurred during President Emmanuel Macron's recent official visit 2 weeks ago. One of them is worth mentioning here, as the French Embassy has been able to build a partnership between the Kenyan private school ADMI, Africa Digital Media Institute, and the French private school Rubica, ranking number one in its field, a partnership that will soon lead to the creation of the Createch Animation and Game Lab, a curriculum dedicated to animation and game design associated with a mentorship and incubator of projects. Both are nascent sectors on the African continent and are ready to expand and become a successful industry. The market has a genuine expectation for this type of content. If one considers factors like local production quotas, the increased penetration rate of mobile devices, and the exponential rate of growth of mobile operators in Africa. Time for me now to wish all participants a fruitful, busy, and busy Kalasha event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, René. Our guest of honor, this morning we are pleased to host more than 2 counties in the county of Nairobi. I therefore wish to take this opportunity to welcome a representative of the county of Nairobi who will welcome our guests from Laikipia and Nakuru. Welcome.
Our Cabinet Secretary, Mr. Joe Moshero, the representative from the French Embassy, all guests invited, all protocols. Good morning. My name is Mashira Geshohi. I'm the Chief Officer in charge of Cooperatives and Tourism in Nairobi County, and I'm here representing the county government of Nairobi and the CEC in charge of cooperative tourism and trade in the city. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you all to the city under the sun, and we are very, very glad that this TV and film festival has been organized here. I'll read his speech. I'm delighted to be here today to be part of the County Filming Conference. I also take this opportunity on behalf of Nairobi County Government to welcome you to the great city under the sun. I wish to inspire you to make Nairobi your city of choice to live, to work, and invest in. Nairobi County government is committed to making Nairobi a better city, a world-class tourism destination, not just in the region, but also globally. As the theme states, enhancing filming environment in counties to the benefit of tourism, youth, employment, and economy, film-induced tourism is one of the fast-growing sectors in tourism industry. Its increased popularity owes to the rise of international travel and growth of entertainment industry, which is a result of film-induced tourists who seek sightseeing on the screen, which plays a significant role in influencing tourism decision-making on choices about where to visit. Nairobi is considered to be the next film location. It's endowed with cultural riches, wildlife, natural beauty, inviting open spaces, monuments, forests, rivers, infrastructure that are of interest to filmmakers. If the above resources are leveraged upon, then this would enhance destination and competitiveness. As you are aware, tourism drives the development of critical infrastructure like air, seaports, roads, hotels, which connect economies to global value chains and increase trade. Evidence shows that tourism promotes economic growth that is more inclusive. It's a strong source of demand for small and medium-sized businesses and has impacted multiple areas of economic activity. Every shilling spent on travel and tourism generates more spending in other sectors, and this translates into jobs with wealth creation. This is why, as a county, we are committed towards creating an enabling environment to further promote natural tourism potential. Walt Disney once said that times and conditions change so rapidly that we must keep on aim constantly focused on the future. This is fitting for Nairobi tourism and the film and TV industries today. Towards this endeavor, the county has put measures to place and promote film industry and hence make Nairobi an attractive filming destination. Filming students are usually given waivers for filming for learning purposes as long as the RAID protocols are followed. Commercial filming is also facilitated at very competitive rates. Ladies and gentlemen, the county is committed to facilitate promotion and marketing of Nairobi as a local site through activities such as, but not limited to rigorous promotion activities of the destination and creating laws that promote the same. Lastly, I sincerely thank everyone for your continued support and goodwill and invite you to partner with the county government of Nairobi and making it a world-class city. Thank you very much. That's the speech from the County Executive Committee member in charge of tourism and cooperatives in the city. Once again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for organizing this film and TV conference here. And we look forward to be with you throughout the conference. And we also request you to go around and discover Nairobi. Nairobi is a great city. Thank you very much, and may God bless you. I would like also to take this opportunity to recognize the presence of the County Executive Committee member in charge of tourism in Machakos. Wherever you are, please stand up and wave to the crowd. Thank you very much, madam, and welcome. Nairobi and Machakos are neighbors, and we always collaborate. Thank you very much. I would also like to welcome the County Executive Committee member for tourism in charge of Nakuru County, wherever you are. In absentia, we welcome you. Thank you very much. I would also like, at this juncture, I would like to invite a partner for this festival, who is the Deputy Governor of Laikipia, who is the Deputy Governor of Laikipia, to come here and talk to us. Karibu, Mr. Mwaniki. Thank you very much. Yeah, welcome. Thank you very much. Cabinet Secretary Joe Mushero, French government representative, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Yeah, indeed, it's quite a nice moment to discuss film and TV production. What comes to my mind is the millions of jobs that exist in this industry that are highly untapped in our country. And we want to encourage all of you that this is where we want to go in the next frontier as a country. When we speak about our youth are not employed and we're looking for office jobs, I think there's one area that we can all score a win, which is investing in film. Now, Laikipia, we are very keen to ensure that you come on board and you come on board strongly. As you all recall, the other day we had the Black Panther, and I want to invite you, if you haven't seen it, it is because you don't want to come to Laikipia. Now, Laikipia is 2.5 hours by road. There are about more than 10 airstrips that you can land in Laikipia. It's about 30, 40 minutes by air. We have a railway line that is a little bit lusty. I'm sure the Cabinet Secretary will want to take up that as a takeaway, because if we really want to create a film city in Laikipia, then that railway must be working so that the filmmakers can be able to transport their merchandise. So indeed, we are excited. We look forward to working together with Kenya Film Corporation and all of you. I want to bet CEO and the CS that one of the big budget movie will come from Laikipia. I have no doubt with that, because the government, His Excellency the Governor, and the entire government has agreed to work strongly. That's why we are here. So we are sending an MOU, because we want to actualize this. We want to walk the talk. So, ladies and gentlemen, we look forward to welcoming you to Laikipia. There are a number of several things you want. In fact, when I think of Texas, there's no other better place to find it other than Laikipia. And you all know that. So please, do come, and come in big numbers. Laikipia is a cosmopolitan town. We call it the Kenya with a smaller K, not capital K, because out of 41 communities that live in this country, 26 live in Laikipia. That tells you everybody minds their business. And we want to welcome you to also come in, enjoy with us the beauty that our God has given us. On the east side, we have the mountain. On the west side, we have the tea falls. Panadi already put shop there, and they are doing very well. I think I can go on and on and on and tell you, but I think the best thing is you just take the next ride. We meet in Laikipia, then you ask me all these details. Ama namna gani? Thank you very much, and God bless you so much.
Thank you, Excellency. Our chief guest, after this session, we are going to sign an MOU with the Laikipia County, as well as the Concert Development Authority. We invite you to witness the signing ceremony at our booth, that's Kenya Film Commission, and as well as the booth of Laikipia County Government. I would also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the presence of the acting CO or Chief Officer of Tourism in Machakos County, Mr. Victor Muniafu. Now it's my pleasure to invite the Director of Film Services at the Ministry of ICT, who will have the pleasure of inviting our chief guest. Karibu, Mr. Kerich.
Ladies and gentlemen, now the moment has come. I would request that we be upstanding to welcome our CS to make his speech. It's my great honor, sir, to welcome you to make your remarks and perform the last part of the ceremony. Thank you.
Please be seated. Thank you very much, Bwana Kerich. It's great to be here this morning. We were having our cabinet meeting as usual, and I didn't know whether I would be able to make it. So I'm really glad that I was able to join you in this marketplace. It is my first time here at this marketplace, but I'm already excited. I don't know, Bwana Kerich, if you underestimated the number of people, but I'm seeing more standing than sitting, which I think I take that to be a good thing. There's a lot more interest. So my good friend, René from the Embassy of France, the outgoing chairman, Chris Foote, members of the board, visiting international and regional delegates, invited guests, exhibitors, filmmakers, and other industry stakeholders, ladies and gentlemen, and not to forget the people from Wakanda, you know, the deputy governor. See, where the Black Panther is Wakanda. Ama it's called Laikipia. So it gives me pleasure to have you join me in the 3rd edition of the Kalasha International TV and Film Market. I'm equally honored to officially open this event, showcasing great minds and talents from across the world. I take this opportunity to welcome all our visitors. Karibuni sana Nairobi, karibuni sana Kenya, Machakos, and all the other different counties that have been represented. As you've heard already, within the city, you will find the world's only national park, which is in the capital city, and it is teeming with loads of wildlife. On a good day, you will be able to see 3 out of the 5 famous big 5 animals. If you're here scouting for a convenient film location, then you are in the right place. We have loads of open spaces, perfect for crowd scenes, or areas with natural vegetation, or streets and market areas that will give you the authentic look that is natural, modern, and can fit almost every scene that you would like to recreate. But it is not just the scenes that are in plenty. Kenya arguably has some of the best weather in the world. Our people are warm-hearted, welcoming, and always willing to help. And we are also great storytellers. The process of doing business in the country has been significantly simplified, and no wonder we have moved several places to be ranked now position 61 in the ease of doing business globally. Our financial markets are liberated with no controls on forex inflows and outflows. Our infrastructure is up with the best. Hotel rooms are plenty and continue to grow, and we have communication services spread across every corner of the country. All this means that should you choose to bring your next film to Kenya, you will benefit from having a great location, wonderful people. You will benefit from having a great location, wonderful people, and a business environment that will guarantee that your film is done within the budgets that you have set and in the timelines that you have. As proof of this, the country has played host to over 80 international films, including Out of Africa, King Solomon's Mine, Born Free, Rise and Fall of Idi Amin, There Will Be Conspiracy, Master of the Game, The Color Purple, Kitchen Toto, The Lion King animation, where they recreated scenes from Pride Rock in Nanyuki, amongst others. But as government, on realizing how important film is for the creative economy, we are committed to going further to make Kenya a leading destination for filmmakers. To this end, the government is at the tail end of concluding the film policy, which will make film an integral part of the entertainment industry in Kenya, as well as an important investment and commercial pillar in our economy. Through the policy, we seek to encourage public-private partnerships in the area of film in Kenya, and also establish a national film fund for financial credits, rebates, and other incentives for the industry. We are also working on establishing a media city which will boost all facilities required for filmmaking. It will comprise of several studio sets, black lots, a wide range of production and post-production facilities that can accommodate several films and TV productions simultaneously. To the local film stakeholders, the government has started rolling out various programs that will ensure that as we grow the industry, you are exposed to various opportunities that exist both locally and globally. As a start, early this year, the ministry, through Kenya Film Commission and Kenya Film School, launched the first ever script writing competition with the prize money pegged at 2 million Kenya shillings. This competition attracted a total of 549 entries within the 3-week period that entries were received. I'm pleased to inform you that the able jury of 9 film industry practitioners and experts has completed the first round of reviewing all entries and have shortlisted 20 scripts to advance the film assessment stage that will lead to the selection of the winning scripts. If the film judges, led by the chair, could just stand up so that people can see them. Let me tell you, they took a lot of time to read every script. Yeah, you can be seated. To ensure that they are able to get us the short list that we have here. And it was very interesting, you know, when they were briefing me and the team on what they were able to find. I think talent in our country is great, and it's across the whole country. So from what they have been able to do, and they say their eyes were really sore from so much reading, they're going to read a bit more. But let me, at this stage, take the pleasure in announcing the 20 finalists that have been chosen, and this is in no particular order. So if you're in the room, congratulations for being shortlisted. Now it means there's still more work for you. So the first person is Tony Njuguna. Miley 3000 is the title. Tony is around? Oh, he's standing amongst the standing. Okay. The second is Ken Derito, Crossing the Savo. The third was Jirongo Luyali. So it's a different Jirongo from the one you all know. And this one is Lost in the Village, the title of the script. Then there is Benjamin Oduor, Dust in My Eyes. Number 5 is Anthony Mochama, Train Stops. Number 6 is George Wekesa, who is Enraged. Number 7 is Beatrice Wangondu, Life is a Marathon. Is that you? Okay. Number 8 is Stephen Mudhini, Jamboree ya Kayambombo. Number 9 is David Ngure, Mnyazi. Number 10 is Peter Bogua, Secret of Iten. I didn't realize there's a secret in Iten. Number 11 is John Moirore, Wango's Bangle. Number 12 is David Nganga, Cradle of Mankind. 13 is Charlene Wangare, An African Tale. 14, Shalom Ndiku, Goats, Guns, and Grace. 15 is Duncalf Onyaro, Two Morons and a Moran. Even the titles alone are creative. Number 16 is Stephen Gashomba, Pocha. Cyrus Kilavu, number 17, Dondi. Number 18 is Johnson Mwangi, Overkill. Number 19 is Shams Banji, Soul Pilgrim. And number 20, Keith Ndega, Baby. Other than the cash prize, the winning and finalist scripts will be considered for co-production with Chinese production houses for films to be distributed in the Chinese market with over 1 billion film goers, and to the African continent with a potential of over 600 million viewers under the auspice of the Smart Africa initiative, where we've now created a single digital market within Africa 24 countries have signed up, and of those, we have 600 million people so far. I'm also cognizant of the fact that the Commission is also offering 2 million Kenyan shillings during the pitching competition taking place during the Kalasha Market event here. This will support the winning filmmakers' efforts to develop their concepts even further. So as you interact, I wish to urge you to engage the Kenya Film Commission on the available filming locations and filming requirements, and be ready to explore a new perspective for filming in Africa. As I conclude, let me commend the Kenya Film Commission for putting together a great exhibition, and also applaud the sponsors who have partnered with the Commission to make this event a great success. Your contribution in terms of resources and goodwill has given the Kalasha market the international appeal that it enjoys today. I particularly want to thank the government of the French Republic through their embassy here in Kenya for playing a major role in organizing this event. By the way, I was the escort of honor for President Macron, and it was really great to just hear a lot, even learn a bit more about Brexit, which is not affecting us here. So with those few remarks, I wish all the exhibitors, buyers, and competitors a wonderful experience during this 3-day TV and film market. May you have a fruitful deliberation as you discover, connect, and trade. Asanteni sana, and God bless you all. I'll just make a last comment regarding the railway. I think, as you know, there's already a highway. The Thika Superhighway is being extended all the way to Isiolo, which will actually make things move faster. I think the challenge with the railway going all the way to Nanyuki is that it will take 6 hours because of not only the hills, but also the bends. It's not savannah. So I think the highway will even be faster. The airports, as you mentioned, and airstrips, there are many. And as a government, we are going to invest and are investing significantly to ensure we have the right infrastructure to be able to showcase who we are as a country, showcase what we have, other than all the people that the Deputy Governor has talked about. There's also all the wildlife, all the things that God has given to this beautiful and great country of ours. Let's take advantage of these opportunities. Let's tell our story. So once again, God bless you all. Asanteni sana.
Thank you, our guest of honor. Now, allow me to, before we move to the next steps, acknowledge the presence of the cultural attaché from the Embassy of Germany, Kuz Ula, as well as the director of Kenya Film School, Mr. Hezekiah Kimondo. Now, we also have our PS in the midst. I would like to just request him to acknowledge the audience. That's the PS ICT, Mr. Jerome Oching. Now, the next step is that we are going to take a walk through the various exhibiting booths to see what is in the market for our guests. Then we'll be signing an MOU between Kenya Film Commission and the Laikipia County government at the Laikipia exhibition stand. Then thereafter, we'll be signing an MOU with the Concert Development Authority at the Kenya Film Commission stand. I would like to acknowledge Engineer Tanui. Just wave to the team. With those few remarks, thank you very much. We can proceed. Asanteni.